Coming up on Vegas Nation Blitz, victory for the Raiders.
A lot of adversity this week, there's no doubt about it, but I was happy to see how we responded.
Handling business at home in week 4 with the absence of big names like Davante Adams and Max Crosby.
I don't want to be too happy because we want to stack wins. So we want to sit there like we won the Super Bowl because we won a game, but we need to put on, like I said before, be consistent and put on winning performances each and every week.
After picking up a much-needed win, the Raiders shift their focus to the Denver Broncos as the Silver and Black head up to the Mile High City. Vegas Nation Blitz starts right now.
Powered by the Las Vegas Review-Journal, this is Vegas Nation Blitz. Presented by D&R House of Diamonds, making luxury affordable. Located in the One Summerlin building in downtown Summerlin.
Jackson Powers Johnson is hyped up, and I'm sure everyone else in Raider Nation is hyped up with him. Hello and welcome back to Vegas Nation Blitz. It's been a good week to be a Raiders fan. A huge win over the Cleveland Browns Sunday at Allegiant Stadium. Let's go ahead and hear from some of the players in the locker room following that win before we get things going.
The overall mood of the team changed, and everybody was like really feeling it again, you know. So it was fun to get out there and play some real team football, and I'm excited to build on this and keep moving forward.
That's a credit to AP. You know, AP, he's a don't blink, don't flinch guy. You know what I mean? So everybody has to be ready, and he has that mindset. And like I said, that's a big credit to AP. And you know, the young guys and myself included, everybody's just ready to run through a wall for him. So you know, when those guys got their opportunity, they stepped up.
It goes back to attitude. You know, like I said before, you know, Raider football is, you know, it's hard-nosed football. You know, we came to play hard-nosed football today.
Now there you have it. That's what the players were feeling after their win on Sunday. A huge win over the Browns, and there's always a but in certain situations. The Raiders are now starting to look at trade options for star wide receiver Davante Adams. Here are some other top stories from week 4, and to make sense of that Davante Adams situation is Raiders beat writer Vinny Bonsignore.
Well, if the Raiders decide that it's time to move on from Davante Adams, the New York Jets jump right to the top of that list. In fact, I have a hard time believing that the Jets can justify to their fan base and maybe even ownership if Davante Adams got traded elsewhere. Like, why didn't you make that happen? You've got Aaron Rodgers, his former quarterback. There's motivation, there's need. So the Jets, to me, would be number 1, and I would imagine that they're not going to let him go anywhere else, or at least try very hard to make sure he doesn't go anywhere else but New York. When you don't have your star player, Davante Adams, sometimes you have to, what do they say, you know, out of desperation, sometimes innovation is born, so they had to figure out a different way without Davante Adams. So you saw different players getting the ball in their hands in different sorts of ways. Especially not being obligated to get Davante Adams 12 to 13 touches or targets a day. It kind of freed them up a little bit to do some more creative things. And whether Davante Adams is playing on Sunday or not, that needs to carry on. That creativity that we saw from Luke Getsy and the ability of other players to make things happen, I think moves forward with the Raiders regardless of whether Davante is here or not.
Thank you so much for that, Vinny. Now we've got to take a quick break, but coming right up, we go behind the scenes with first-year Raiders wide receiver Tyreik McAllister, plus we unpack Isaiah Pola-Mao's performance in his first NFL start, filling in for the injured Marcus Epps. Stay with us.
D&R House of Diamonds is Las Vegas's elite private office jeweler. We specialize in natural and lab-grown loose diamonds, engagement rings, and custom design. If you're looking for lab-grown diamonds, we have one of the largest selections at the best prices in Las Vegas. We make luxury affordable every day.
Welcome back to Vegas Nation Blitz. Now, Marcus Epps is done for the season after suffering an injury against the Carolina Panthers. Now in replacement for week 4 against Cleveland, Isaiah Pola-Mao stepped up to the plate and he delivered. The third-year safety ended the afternoon with 6 total tackles and a sack, as well as a pass defended. The 6 tackles nearly matching a career high, and the sack was his 3rd in as many years in the NFL. Now, after all the dust settled, how did you feel like he performed on Sunday?
First drive hit, and I was kind of playing like it was still practice. You know, anywhere he looks, I'm ready to go. But I think I kind of just need to settle down, get that first hit out of the way.
Now, it's a big week for Isaiah Pola-Mao. In addition to that first NFL start where he put up those career numbers, he and his wife are also welcoming a new baby boy into the world. He shared his mind frame on that in the locker room as well.
I tried my hardest to carpet. You know,
I know.
I know what I mean. But you know, I mean. It's especially tough, you know, with my son coming on the way. So now that this is over, I can start looking forward to that.
Now this season we've been able to bring you some exclusive one-on-ones with some of the Raiders players, and this week is no different. Here to bring you an exclusive with Tyreik McAllister is Heidi Fang with this week's installment of Behind the Scenes.
Thanks, Dom. An addition from the Broncos practice squad, wide receiver Tyreik McAllister made waves in the offseason to make the Raiders' 53-man roster. He speaks about how his experience in the CFL helped him make the leap to the NFL.
It prepared me, like coming from Denver practice squad, I didn't get to play professional football, so going up there was my first time getting to play professional football, so I kind of got that feel for it coming back down here, so actually it was a lot that prepared me, so I appreciate it. I'm so blessed to be here every day that I get to, walk into this building, man, because I know a lot of people, a lot of kids don't get this opportunity, and a lot of kids look up to like players that's getting here. So I mean, I'm just blessed to be here every day. I just try to get better at one thing every day. So that's all you can really do is just get better at one thing every day, and it'll consistently build until you become a good player eventually. So.
Though active for the past 2 games for the Raiders, Tyreik McAllister suffered a shoulder injury in Week 4 that leaves him questionable for Week 5. Back to you, Dom.
Thank you very much, Heidi. Now, before we let y'all go, we got to get some fast takes in on Davante Adams. Yes, we got to revisit that. It's a pretty big story. Here to give you those is Adam Hill. Adam, what you got for us?
The entire Davante Adams saga, which resulted in the relationship growing stale with Coach Antonio Pierce very quickly, could easily have been avoided, much like a lot of things that have happened during the Antonio Pierce tenure as head coach. Look, he's really good at motivating the team. He's good at firing them up. He's good at inspiring them, but he is still learning what to do as a coach. We've talked about game management decisions. We've talked about managing the clock and that sort of thing, but he's really made some unforced errors lately, starting with the business decisions comment last week. Did not go over well in the locker room, and then liking an Instagram post, which is just an amateur thing to do. Whether he meant to do it or not, he wanted to send a message, he was frustrated with this situation, whatever it is, you've got to keep those things in the locker room. And those are the kind of things that long-term coaches know. Well, actually, most long-term coaches aren't even on Instagram. We could start there. But Antonio Pierce has to learn these lessons, and hopefully he'll learn them quick, because you cannot continue to lose the locker room with these unforced errors.
Well, thank you, Adam, and thank you all for tuning in for the Week 5 edition of Vegas Nation Blitz. Can y'all believe we're in Week 5 already? As always, stay connected with us on social media and on the web for the latest in Raiders news and updates. You might want to do that this week following the Davante Adams storyline. And for our YouTube viewers, make sure to comment down below and get involved in the conversation. But I won't keep you all. Thank you all for watching again, and I look forward to talking more Raiders with you later on this week on Vegas Nation Game Day.
Powered by the Las Vegas Review-Journal, this is Vegas Nation Blitz. Presented by D&R House of Diamonds, making luxury affordable. Located in the One Summerlin building in downtown Summerlin.